Even that little steppe camp out here, oh, it's the cemetery, manages to look like its own little organ, doesn't it? Kind of looks like a kidney or something. Crowstone. That's the steppe village down there, yeah. Alright, so let's try to find Rubin. Please. I wonder what paths like this point at. Just the spot on the map that the waypoint happens to be at, but that's not helpful right now. Why is break a mirror a thing? What does it mean? Cows. Giant balls. Green person? Oh, is that gonna be the leader of the, is it Notkin? What's his name? Khan?
Halt! Who goes there? Turn your head up. Look at us. What's the password? Heckety feckety sat on a pipe. Heckety feckety smelled a bit ripe. All the king's crickets and all the king's geese couldn't rid Heckety of the smell of damp cheese. Now say the password, old timer. What the fuck? They're casting a hex on me. That's a version I haven't heard before. Is the password geese? Ha! Wrong! It's crickets! There's one on this pipe right now. Can't you hear him chirping? Is your name Cricket? Or do you mean an actual insect? Who you calling an insect, Gramps? You going deaf? I've seen old timers like you with big metal horn in their ears. Maybe try that instead of embarrassing yourself. Damn. I'm only 28. I suppose that must seem like a lot to a child. I just fucked up that he's 28 and the city relies on his expertise. Wow. How are you even walking around? Even more so with that bald spot on top of your head. Don't be ridiculous. I don't have a bald spot. Not yet, but you will. I can see it from all the way up here. Even the future. You'll be combing over a bald patch and powdering up your wrinkles until you look like an amateur hour at a mortician's parlor. This child's too articulate for an 8-year-old. You have such an active imagination. It would be a shame if you fell from that pipe. I won't. And I can see such a grand future from up here. All the grown-ups are dead of the plague and we rule the town. I don't think you understand what a plague is. It kills kids too. Oh, you think you're so clever, huh? Well, how would you know? You a doctor or something? We don't need another one. We already have Dr. Boiler Man. The furnace broke down in the boiler house, but he fixed it. And today it broke down again. Perhaps I should become a boiler man. Sounds like a less hopeless profession. Our boiler man isn't too reliable neither. Kept the fire burning at first, but now everything's gone cold. What are you complaining about? You took the best spot up top, and now you're cold. Let's swap then. I don't mind the cold. Eventually the boiler man will remember what his poker is for. Where do I find this boiler man? Are you stupid? At the boiler house, duh. Boiler house? Is that what you call the heating plant? It's a house with a boiler in it, isn't it? Not some hot plant whose sap runs through heating pipes. I say, folks these days believe the wildest things. But you won't find anyone else. But you won't find anyone there. This pipe I'm sitting on is barely warm. That means something's off at the boiler house. Maybe the boiler man's lost his marbles. While he was there stoking the fires, the pipe was hot as hell, but now it's cooling down. I see you're a Bachelor of Physics with a thesis in thermodynamics. Thank you. Also, this other guy is here the whole time. And also, you're also here. Hey, mister, what's that doodad on your chest? You mean this? It's no doodad, it's a brooch. Looks more like a doom mom to me. Damn! Burn! 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 Explodes you from orbit. That's the worst pun I've heard in my life. Says who? Some guy wearing a lady's pin? It's a brooch. A man's brooch. Oh, did we broach a sensitive topic? Hilarious. Oh my god, how much is my mood changing in this conversation? I'm actually scared. Like, my fucking... I can lose health so rapidly based on the current emotional state I'm in, and the dialogue options seem to be rapidly changing it left and right. Like, this kid's gonna rise out of him so much that he could literally have a heart attack and die from talking to a child too much. Like, oh my god. This is a strange game. Just hilarious. Don't you think it was mountainarious? Oh, hilarious. Enough. I'm looking for the boiler man. Your friends over on the pipe told me he was in the heat plant. I mean, the boiler house. Then you're walking the wrong way, dummy. Follow the pipe the other way to get to the boiler house. Round here, the pipes are ice cold. Thank you. Okay, I'm reasonably mediated at the moment, at least. I'm not gonna die in the next few seconds. What's that up there? This Khan's place? Secret sign? Superstition? Why is this here? Yeah, those are interesting. Can I go in? Yep. Yeah, this is Khan's place, or whatever his name is. I think it was Khan. The kids. This is the kids' hideout. Been here before. Hello, clock. Why can you loot clocks and why there's never anything in there? Rendo under Caesar the things that are Caesar's. A throne fit for a warehouse king. Oh yeah, was this the kid's spot or was this Grief's hideout? This might have been Grief's hideout actually, and he's supposed to be dead apparently in this at the moment. Which I could probably fix in other continuities or something. Well, there's so much stuff to take. God, I'm such a bad friend. Alright, bye. Oh.
Migraine. Ah, yes. This is migraine.
It's me getting heated up by just like looking at a fire enough. Like it's heating up my... It's stealing me against the mania with heat. Who's stringing up tragedians? I wasn't even sure if they could see them or not.
You're too high strung.
Feeling a little bit better? Oh, does it just keep going? The whole time you stare at it? It goes for a while. Huh. But it might be a risk of like getting too high if I go for much longer. The matches stack very strangely. Inventory's kind of full. Ooh, a butterfly. Oh, I could trade that with somebody. A stupid and beautiful ending for an ugly caterpillar. What? Don't be mean. Oh, you're pretending to be strung up. You're lying. Oh, that's Grief. Jesus Christ, they stabbed the shit out of him. If a murderer is murdered, Simon's murderer? Who is murder? Who is to murder the murderer's murderer? Murder. So they blamed Grief on Simon's murderer. Bad Grief. Gregory Fillon. Does the tragedy just fill us in about Grief? This petty lord called himself Bad Grief, an anarchist at heart, valuing freedom above all else, but only his own. Because of his friendship with the Elgimskis and Buruks, he saw himself above the law. At least he had some small aesthetic sense, even if it was street level. Huh. I think
I think his death is threatened in one of the early missions, but I don't think I've ever failed at it. Pinned him to a wall like a butterfly left to die. Even stabbed him with a knife for good measure. But he didn't die from those wounds. Do you know what he did? What he died from? Thirst. Do you have any water? What are you doing here, actor? I am no actor. I neither feel nor act. Call me a shadow, a remainder of a person. Oh, it says he's bad grief. A trace, an echo, a glove left behind at someone's house. A useless thing, really. Who needs a lone glove? But it is proof that someone once was here to lose it. What kind of absurd theatrics? Is this some kind of grotesque performance? All the world's a stage, and all the men and women merely props for a bloody denouement. Why not, say, assume you really are speaking to a shadow, a remnant of a dead person? In black tights and a white mask, really. You are a scientist, a researcher of death. So, gaze into the face of a dead man. Perhaps then you'll understand why only a mask remains. Can't say I've heard about theatrical death masks from even the most exalted subjects of Thanatica. Am I the only one who can see you? No. 2 others watch, and 1 presents. Know this, if one like me is here, then the person who sought you is no longer. Today, they are already dead. Yes, I can see the body myself, if it is a body of the man I'm looking for. They pinned grief to a wall like a butterfly and left him to die, but it was thirst that killed him. Do you have any water? Why would a dead man need water? He wouldn't, but his throat feels like it was filled with sand, even though there is no throat left. Simon's murderer? Why did they think that grief killed Simon? When you take out the pitchforks, you'll always find something to nail them with. Grief saw the faces of his killers. Did he recognize them? You're asking that as a detective. I'm afraid it's not that kind of story. Grief was killed by a mob, not a person with a name. He often thought about death, imagining what his last words would be. And when death finally came, do you know what he said? What? Ow. He said, ow. That was all he could come up with as he bled out, pinned to a wall by a pitchfork. How's that for last words? Well, I had a patient drop his quill, lean to grab it, cough, and die. His last words, blast it. Another said, wish I had a champagne. Turned towards the wall and was gone. He said ow and thought to himself, what a disgrace. That's life for you. You muse on death, prepare for it, and when the time comes, I can spread rumors about his incredible wit at death's door myself, but to do that, I need to know when he died. Good question. Precisely formulated. Look around. Maybe something will give you a clue. I was hoping you'd give me a clue, Shadow. What else are you here for? I knew him not that well, actually. A smuggler, not a murderer. Alas, poor Grief, I knew him well. Yeah, smuggler, not a murderer. There's no reason to think he killed Simon. He didn't deserve this. He did deserve this. Deathly reek, rotting hope, piles of infected bodies smothered by the train car. Smothered by the train car. Grief set up yesterday's escape, but he lied to us. But Grief was crucified for a different crime. Simon's murderer. You couldn't have killed Simon. Blood long dried. He offered little resistance. Bad Grief was cruelly murdered yesterday. Can't do anything about it today. Yesterday, oh yesterday. My curse. My enemy. It's weird that they're like, they seem like a continuous series of phrases, but you're choosing one? If only I didn't try to flee yesterday. If only I didn't let them kill Grief yesterday. I would have learned today how he is connected to Simon's death. I hate you. Yesterday. What am I supposed to do with that? Okay. People's vengeance. It seems Grief was killed yesterday, nailed alive, the attackers vanished, I can do nothing. I heard slanderous rumors about Grief, but could he be Simon's murderer? Must examine the body for clues. With the epidemic's onset, people seem to have gone mad, but the scene at the warehouse is excessively cruel by local standards. Recalling his brutal execution, I seem to see beside me the embodiment of Grief's posthumous fears, which is, of course, impossible. There's a fixation on past mistakes, which is interesting because the Bachelor trying to escape on day like 4 or whatever has always been part of the canon in these games. It's always been part of the storyline that plays out, is that he tries to escape when he finds out that the lockdown's going to happen. He's going to be stuck here during the quarantine and he doesn't want to be there, so and potentially die in the pandemic. So when he gets insider knowledge that the quarantine's going to potentially happen, he tries to flee with his old colleague. Or I think it's, which by college I mean, by colleague I assume means like fellow student from back in the day. The one that runs the bar, I think. Yeah, the Twirene bar. They try to escape together. Bad Grief sets them up, but then it doesn't work out and he gets arrested. But now in this game that's about time travel, it seems like they're specifically laying the seeds for past mistakes. And so it's like they've had all this time to think about the storyline that they keep telling, and it's like, it is an abdication of the Bachelor's responsibilities to flee like that. He does flee a pandemic when he's the one that should be helping with it, and that's like a huge deal for him. So from that perspective, it can be this source of regret that you really zero in on, like right at the beginning of the storyline, and then work backwards from, and maybe even resolve or contradict and change. Because at first I thought, oh, maybe we're going to establish storyline elements out of order, but once they're spoken, they're true. Like once they reach the investigator, I figured that means that they have happened for sure, and you can't undo them or something. But now I'm thinking that this game might be about being able to specifically undo a lot of these story elements and change these events.
Because this is very tutorial feeling, the way that Bad Grief is specifically dead, and we so specifically resent the fact that we couldn't stop him from dying, and that if only we could do something about yesterday. Which is a bit akin to the save scumming stuff that goes on in the previous games too, that they increasingly systemized. But here might be specifically setting up the idea of like, here's a situation that sucks on day 5, it's kind of unfixable, we need this information, the only way to get the information is to save Bad Grief by going back in time and changing the events that led to his death. Which in this case means it means undoing the Bachelor's attempt to flee the town, which is interesting. It's kind of rewriting his story in the lineage of what we're used to his story being in these games. What do we got over here? Very cold. The warehouse children shared news. Rubin is hiding in the old boiler room. I need to find it. The closer to the secret, the hotter the pipes. I haven't been looking that much into the pipes for admittedly because I'm a little distracted by a grief situation. Not that hot right now, so I might not be losing that much health, but I might be losing some health. I don't know what the exact part is where it becomes dangerous. My nuts! Can't do anything without my nuts. A little coffee, but that'll just make me more manic. Water. Might need to use water for crafting. Revolver bullets. Can I use this? Okay, I learned the recipe. Good. That helps. Who's this back here? There, nope, you still look like him, but you're not him. Who are you, the new boiler man? No, I'm a doctor. What do you need a boiler man for? The last boiler man disappeared somewhere. We haven't seen him in 2 days. See the black smoke from that chimney? It was normal yesterday. Something bad must have happened. And what is normal smoke? Well, you know, normal. Ain't you ever seen smoke? Black smoke means the furnace is sick again. I'll go check. Black smoke is not normal smoke for furnace? Wait. Not that door. That door? Sneaking around. Children have taken over the town. This is where they nest. Here's all the children. Here's where they nest. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that character model used to be like a specific character. Now less so. Clock? See the past? You can loot it? What does that mean either? He might be the unique character one. I can't talk to him yet. Spooky clowns. Keeps raising his chin to look taller. Let's say the trick is familiar. Oh no! We also pretend to be taller than we are? Can't relate. Fuck you, trash can. Ugh. There's a chimney, right? Tragedian. Oh no. Somebody else dead in here? So many items. Jesus. These are so many nuts I could trade for things, but what do I even do with this many items? I don't think I should be spamming this much mania and whatnot. Clocks are always empty. Can you put stuff in a clock and then take it out at a different time?
Stanislav Rubin, a pathologist, one of the few doctors in this town, a straightforward and decisive man. He did something that provoked the anger of everyone, the Canes and the kin, his friends and his enemies. One of these people who you know immediately upon meeting them, but they won't die of old age. Oh, it's either saying like it's one of those people where when you meet that person, you know that that person's not going to die of old age. They're going to get themselves killed somehow. That's quite a reputation to have. There's medicine left in the cabinet. Drugs saved for a rainy day. Carefully rationed. And there you are again, Shadow. A bad sign. You're not superstitious, are you? A sign isn't bad. It only points to what it signifies. The one you came for is no more. Today, they are already dead. The kids say Rubin worked as a stoker. How did that happen? He needed a hideout. Grief, an old friend, suggested this place. In the end, he even enjoyed stoking the furnace. Physical work soothes, leaves no room for thought. Only soot clings so deeply. Rubin was scrubbing it off himself when they came for him. Why did he need a hideout? Rubin came closest to understanding who Simon truly was. After all, he was the one who pronounced him dead. He was afraid that revelation would not be forgiven. What revelation? What did Rubin discover? This is critical. Rubin witnessed a miracle, and he paid for it with his life. Will you tell me what happened or not? Was he murdered? By whom? 3 days had passed since Simon's death. Rubin hid here in the boiler room, but they found him, silenced him. It's high time I spoke to the person who invited me to this town. Isidore Burrock. Ain't none of this working out. Okay, stop taking brain... Oh, I can put even more of this stuff on here, huh? Like even more matches, I guess. The fact that these are 4 separate slots in addition to these ones is funny. You put more of the same item on the same bar just to get more space. These are my only ones that help with that. Seems like I need to take some Valerian extract because without it, like, I'm taking health damage from my my constant high nerves. I don't know what the exact threshold is where it starts doing damage though. Okay. Disillusionment. Stanislav Rubin, my last lead, was killed. The trail of the immortal man is lost. I must have caught a fever. I heard whispers in shadows, but verifying the whisper's words about the day before yesterday isn't possible. Dead end. Simon's trail has run cold. Perhaps his family knows something. Local doctor. Simon's closest friend and ally was the local healer, Isidore Burrock. Perhaps he knows something of his fate. Shadows have fallen. Not all threads have been... Just I'm afraid I must claw any chance I can find. So I want to look into Isidore Burrock. He's off in a different place, yeah. Not super far away. But also, Brock should be dead. What was I doing? That's the main thing I'm thinking right now. I'm like, what? Ooh. Abandoned alembic. Did the warehouse folks have their own swill? I remember using this place as Artemy last campaign and getting a lot of brewing done there. Wasn't I making my own twirine or something? I definitely had like a little industry going on in both playthroughs where I played as the Haruspecs, whereas the Bachelor was not nearly as involved because he was my first guy, so I didn't know how to play when I played him the first time. And now the game is so different that I'm kind of don't know how to play him all over again. Probably want to get our ass the hell out of here before we run out of time. It's already past 3. I don't know how much time I should expect to need today. But specifically, finding Isidore Brook is one of the first goals. I think if you're the Bachelor, you start off by trying to find Artemy. No, you try to find Simon, and then he's dead. So you try to find Isidore, and he's dead. But then as the Haruspecs, I think you try to find Isidore first, then Simon. Either way, you lead to the revelations that they're both dead all along. That's supposed to be one of the first signs of how bad things are. Then you have the Shabnek Adir rumors, and then the outbreak starting, and then the quarantine. The fact that he still hasn't looked into this stuff on day 5 means he's got a wild campaign that I need to fix. Hostile town. Peaceful districts are easy to pass through. We'll have to pass through dangerous ones carefully. On my own feet. Such districts are marked with color. Marked with color? Are there not any hostile districts right now? There's infected districts. You can look into the Canes if you want to, or Buruk. Somewhat tempted to just come over here and quickly trade, because I've got so many goddamn items in my inventory right now.
As if things are animated.
I feel like it would not hurt to trade off my nuts if I can. But I don't have an amazing sense of the economy yet, so I don't totally know which stuff's worth trading for. When I see a child just wandering like that, I'm always like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god! What if they have something important? But they seem to not mostly be that interactive right now. In Pathologic 1, you would see that one little blonde girl, and you'd be so excited because she might have a schmouter. So you checked every single one of her that you saw around on the off chance. Those are valuable. One of these kind of crafting materials is going to be a big deal. I'm not sure how much I'm expecting bullets to be a thing I try to use. Ooh, those are expensive. It's a lot of money to pay for 5 sedative. They cost 2 each. We can split though. No, I somehow lit a match. Dang it. Well. I guess I hit F. Gotta get back to it. Man, even a little detour like this takes you to just, it does take you like an hour. Gotta get back in the headspace of constantly being under the clock. It could be oppressive.
I could use some quiet.
Make me faster. Oh, oopsie. Back in Khan's house again. Not Khan's, other guy. God damn.
So be it.
I'm amazed by how costly it is to your health when you just kick a couple trash cans real quick. Like, what the hell, man? Should be the right way. Feels a little rude to have a clock reminding me of how the trouble I'm in. I probably need to find alternate recipes and things, or figure out how I craft more melees discarding stuff. Oh, what the fuck? What? Those weren't my mouse movements, so that's really weird. You. The changeling, Clara. Oh, it shows two of her. Oh, that's spooky. Because throughout her campaign, she's trying to track down her doppelganger. A strange little ragamuffin with hypnotic eyes. Simpletons claim she can heal with a laying on of hands. They also say she is a Shabnak's sister and a harbinger of death. The vicissitudes of fame. I saw Clara in remote places no one else could reach. And at times, it was as if she were in two places at once. Some vast presence lurks in her shadow. Who is she?
He's looking after you from above. Protecting, perhaps, or preparing.
Stop. Look into my eyes. Don't move. Don't even turn your head. She won't touch you as long as there's a thread between us. Okay, so there's like plague monsters. Is it like the cloud things you had to dodge in the first game, but now it's like freaking like evil plague Harley Quinn is gonna hop around the rooftops and tackle me? Cover your nose and mouth with your scarf and leave this district at once, girl. It's dangerous here. Do you need me to show you the way? Cover your nose and mouth with your scarf and leave this district at once, mister. It's dangerous here. Do you hear how dumb you sound? You think I'm blind? That I can't tell where I am? You need my protection, not the other way around. Look into my eyes, you idiot. What are you doing here? And how are you still standing? There's poison everywhere. You won't get it. You really won't. Or will you believe me if I tell you I'm a saint protected by a miracle? Will the polished oak wood of your mind comprehend it? You're in over your head, bachelor. You're no match for her. So how about you listen to me after all? At least I won't let you perish. Who's she? Shabnak. You know, that bony monstrosity you don't believe in. The one that's making your hands shake right now. You see her too. Impossible. She's my own private hallucination. My follies are very much our own. That's not true. But it's good that you think so. The less you believe in her, the harder it is for her to get her hooks in you. Laughing at her would be ideal. Honestly. Would be ideal, honestly. But you don't have the guts for that. You're way too serious. Too serious? Alright, here's a serious question then. What do you think I'm seeing? Shabnak is the plague's body. The earth spits her out every few years. So she might walk the town and cleanse it of corruption, of wicked thoughts, of weak people. Everyone believes something different on that front. Why, you, with your head of solid oak wood, can see her... why you, with a head of solid oak wood, can see her is a very interesting question. Most people like you are completely blind. What ripped that hole in you, I wonder? It's just nervous exhaustion making me imagine a creature of local myth. Maybe so. Either way, she won't stop stalking you, whether you believe in her or not. She likes you. I can tell from a mile away. But I'll teach you how to handle her. Take notes, scholar. Oh, I know all these rules. Don't look into a mirror at night. Don't say her name 3 times. Make a circle of salt. Rule number 1. You're no adversary for her. Your little revolver won't shoot her. Your little knife won't stab her. You can't stab a fairy tale, can you? And why would you even have a knife anyway? So, all you can do is run. And the prototype? What prototype? I have an experimental device prototype that's capable of dispersing plague miasma. Let's say this vision, let's say it manifests as some kind of especially dense cloud of sand pest. If I shoot at it, I'll dissipate it, which means the prototype can kill the Shabnak. You claimed to fight death, but look how your eyes lit up when you said kill. Killing death would be a heroic feat. It's a long-held dream of mine. There's no way your little device can kill a Shabnak. Neither bone nor metal can strike her down. Everyone knows that. How about compressed air and atomized particles of bile and belladonna? Do your myths say anything about pneumatic weapons? Thought not. They say a sigh from Bosturo can stop her for a short while. When he sighs, she walks on tiptoe, careful not to wake him. If you exhale the right way, it will probably slow her down. Shots from the prototype dispel the fog and all those dangerous whirls, clouds, and traps. If your so-called Shabnak truly is the plague, she'll be affected as well. You believe that the inventions of your science can defeat the ancient truth of the steppe? Well then, scholar, give it a try. It'll be interesting to see. Now, here's rule 2. She both loves and hates fire. She can't pass a bonfire without wanting to love and destroy it. So, light bonfires. They'll slow her down. Like a moth. Speaking of which, I've studied blood-sucking moths before, but they didn't get far. Rule 3. She is drawn to people who aren't hollow. You may be close-minded and spiteful, but she still senses something in you.
There's something you carry inside yourself, some spark. In other words, there's no way she's going to forget about you. Once she's close, she'll never stop chasing you. Crafty, the way you weave compliments and insults together. This one's so simple I'm not even going to give it a number. If she catches you, she'll devour you. You might find a way to wriggle out of her embrace the first time, but definitely not the second. I thought I'd sensed some sort of animus coming from her. And finally, you're probably not going to believe me. She eats away at most people's bodies, dries their skin, chews up their immune system, but you're not as easy to get to, like someone's watching you from above, protecting you maybe, I don't know. From atop your polyhedron, it's stunningly tall. I don't know. Well, yes, I do know, but I don't understand. Feel free to disbelieve me. It doesn't matter. Just keep in mind that you won't get infected in a plague district like others do. Instead, you'll go insane, waste all your time, and then she'll eat you. That's how it will happen. Did they remove the plague from Pathologic? I mean, not literally, it's around and so on, but like, can you not get infected as a status effect in this game? Instead, there's a literal plague monster that attacks you? Huh. Like we're playing Outlast or something. What a heartwarming fantasy. If I really was in no danger of getting infected, there's so much I could do. She thinks she's my sister, and I think she's a monster made of bones. My hatred for her is stronger than all of yours combined. Be bold, Bachelor. There's no shame in running from her. Maybe you'll get something done after all, in the end. You know, while I was looking into your eyes, the plague did seem to retreat. Insane. Insane. Okay. This is a very strange game.